having me.
Busy week last week, 6 games. Started out with a doubleheader at Marshall Monday, won both of those, and then at Lenore Ryan on Tuesday, won that one too, and then Sunday, Monday, took 2 out of 3 from Emmanuel in the Conference Carolina series. That's probably one of the busiest weeks we've had this year with all the snow and rain and weather. How nice was it to get on the field and play that many games and then come away with 5 wins and try and get the thing rolling here?
I mean, it's obviously really nice to come away with that many wins. We kind of had to move our schedule around a little bit due to weather. We moved both the games Monday and Tuesday. We moved them both from Tuesday, Wednesday. Kind of a different schedule, but it was nice to finally get on the field since ours was covered in snow for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then getting 2 more Conference Carolinas wins and kind of, keep pace, I guess you could say, of staying in the conference standings too.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for us. We played pretty well. Had a little bit of a slip that first game, but we brought it together pretty nice.
Yeah, well, nice way to rebound there too. As we mentioned, the weather the schedule has been crazy. Hopefully, looking like now we could get back to somewhat of a regular schedule of a non-conference or 2 in the midweek and then a weekend conference series. How nice is that going to be for you and then the team in general to get back on a regular schedule?
I think it's good for us. I mean, we've kind of been a little bit of road warriors, but it's been good kind of getting in that routine on the road since we haven't really had a nice one at home. But it's finally nice to get back to one at home. Even because of the rain, pulling the tar. But it is what it is. We're kind of getting back into the rhythm here and really getting ready to enjoy playing here for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to battle through that and come away with some wins. That's for sure. For you personally, last weekend, through 6 innings and a win against Emmanuel, and you also, have seen time in the outfield, I believe, and then hitting. How do you focus in practice and stuff on both aspects and be able to do both well?
It's been a little bit of a challenge. I talked to Coach O and Coach Brown, and they said it was going to be tough, and it has been. It's been more as of late towards the pitching side, which it's expected. I've done a lot better off the mound than I have at the plate, and I've expected that. But it is challenging to try to keep both at the same pace. But I'm just happy to be between the lines.
Is that kind of one of those things too? Maybe depending on how maybe the offense is going or the pitching is going, the coaches maybe decide and say, hey, we might need him more here, so we're going to focus more there. Is that kind of how you think it'll go back and forth?
That's kind of how it's been going. We've kind of been a lineup that's where we ride the hot hand, and then when he's kind of cooling off, we throw somebody else in there. And right now, our lineup's clicking, so I'm not complaining. Whatever I can do to help is fine with me.
Yeah, you mentioned the offense is playing pretty well. The top 3-4 spots have been on a tear recently, especially Jose Sola and Braden Cook. How nice is it, I guess, from both aspects, as a pitcher and then when you're in the lineup, to play in something like that and know on the mound that, hey, we got guys that are going to go out, get a few hits, and drive in some runs.
It's fantastic. Especially coming in after throwing bottom of the first, coming out with more than likely a 2-0 lead. Those first 2 guys, Braden's always going to give you a good AB. Regardless if he gets on, he's going to see at least 7-8 pitches, which is fantastic. Jose's been on an absolute tear. He's seeing the ball well. It's like a beach ball for him. And even the lower parts of our lineup, we've got Whit down there at the bottom who always has a lot of pop. T-Ray's in there who's doing a lot of good stuff. Portugal's coming in hot with the DH spot and sometimes playing first and right field. We've got some pretty good bats in there.
Yeah, everyone seems to be playing well here on the road. You mentioned coming back home, at home this weekend. It's supposed scheduled for Friday, Saturday, maybe Saturday, Sunday against Mount Olive, who was ranked nationally 10 last week, dropped out this week. But always a tough test playing Mount Olive as they're usually atop the conference every year. How excited are you guys to play at home finally, first time since Valentine's Day, and then playing a team like that?
Well, yesterday when we had practice, Coach Brown was like, if I have to fire up from Mount Olive, there's something wrong with you. And he's right. We are fired up to play, and it does help a lot that we're playing at home. Big competition, especially coming after the week we had. We're feeling pretty good, and hopefully we can take 2 out of 3 from them.
Yeah, okay, it's scheduled for Friday at 2:30, Saturday doubleheader at noon. It may be changed to doubleheader Saturday at noon, and then the single game Sunday at 1. That'll be updated at KingTornado.com, live stats, live video on both as well. Come on out and see them. Thanks for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.